Hello, my friends, and it's good again to catch up with you on this midweek devotion. And I was just following on Twitter, and I saw an article that said the world does not need Zimbabwe. It is Zimbabwe that needs the world. And the person went on to write and say, you know, the world will not stop because Zimbabwe is in a mess, and there's nothing that can stop the world from functioning because Zimbabwe is not functioning well. And it got me to think, and then I asked myself, who are we in the scheme of things? Who are we when we look at the bigger picture of the plans and what God has in store for us? And my heart just went to 1 Peter 2:9, where Peter writes and says, But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people belonging to God, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into the light. It is very important, my friend, to realize that God has chosen you. God has chosen us for a purpose. God has chosen us to fulfill his will on this earth. And it is from this particular knowledge that we are able to confront whatever we need to confront. It got me to think and realize, you know what? If I don't take up my position, no one will. And I'm just here to encourage someone to just say, don't feel sorry for yourself. Pick yourself up and get on with life. You've got to confront what has got to be confronted. And in this particular passage, it just got me to realize that God chose us for a challenge and a responsibility. God has chosen us to serve into the world. God has chosen us to make a difference wherever you are. So pick yourself up and begin to influence wherever you are. Pick yourself up and begin to take the position that God intends you to have. There's a purpose why God created us, and we've got to realize that purpose. So as I come to you today, I just want to encourage you to say you are important because God has chosen you. And because God has chosen you, get up and take your position. In your family, God has placed you in that family for a reason. Get up and do what you're supposed to do. In your business, God has chosen you and placed you in that business for a reason and a purpose. Begin to fulfill what God intends you to do. Even in our communities and our societies, God has placed us wherever we are for a reason and a purpose. I am here because God wants me to be here, and I'll do what God intends me to do. And that should be the motto. And that should be the encouragement always, that I will do what God wants me to do. So my friends, in your family, play the role that God wants you to play. In your workplaces, play the role that God wants you to play. In our communities, play the role that God wants you to play. In our nation, play the role that God intends you to play. May God richly bless you. Until we catch up again, stay blessed. Goodbye.